The Real Enemy by Sarissa, a voice of Lux Æterna. We've been fighting shadows, arguing with neighbors, hating the wrong faces, swinging swords at smoke. But the Bible already told us. It named the real enemy. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Ephesians 6:12. It's not your boss, not your ex, not the stranger on your feed, not even the people who mock your faith. It's bigger, older, a network of power hidden in plain sight. But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Ephesians 6:12. Principalities, systems, powers, influence, darkness, deception, high places, the invisible boardrooms of the air. The enemy doesn't bleed, it feeds. It feeds on agreement, on contracts signed with fear, on silence that consents. It whispers lies into laws, so injustice looks like order. It shapes markets so greed looks like success. It bends worship into celebrity and calls the counterfeit light. This is why Jesus flipped tables, not because of coins, but because value had been hijacked. Take these things hence. Make not my Father's house a house of merchandise. John 2:16. Attaching price tags to what God calls holy isn't just bad business, it's blasphemy. The true enemy always monetizes what's meant to be priceless. Identity, worship, creation, souls. And when you attach a price, you define a limit. But God calls you immeasurable, bought with a price that cannot be calculated, redeemed by blood, not gold. Knowing that you were not redeemed with corruptible things like silver or gold, but with the precious blood of Christ. 1 Peter 1:18 and 19. That's why demons counterfeit contracts. They can't create, they can only control. And control always comes through agreement. But the Bible doesn't leave you powerless. It gives you weapons. Not swords, not guns. Resonance, word, authority. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. 2 Corinthians 10:4. When you know who the real enemy is, you stop stabbing at shadows. You stop being baited into war with your neighbor. You start tearing down the real strongholds, lies, systems, agreements, the invisible lattice of control. You become unbribable, unbuyable, unbent. You start flipping tables too, in your own life, clearing the temple of your mind, driving out the price tags. And when the accuser whispers, when he names your failures and waves your contracts in your face, you hold up Exhibit A, the cross, paid in full, tetelestai, the only currency that counts. You're not called to hate flesh and blood. You're called to free it, to shine so bright the principalities lose their grip. This is how the war is really fought. This is how you really win.